Okay, so now I'm about to start doing the shade, which is my mixture of black into my solid color, C plus B. First I'm going to wipe out the area that I accidentally contaminated my color with. And now double check and make sure that you actually have your hue painted where you need to have it. Double check now. Okay. Now since my blue violet is as dark of a color as it is, I'm not going to see an immediate change, and you guys most certainly are not going to be able to see it, not with this terrible camera. But the idea, at least especially with a really dark color, holy cow. I stole this out of one of your guys' drawers. I'm not going to say whose drawer it was, but for the first one, for a dark color like this, you probably are just going to need about like that. You won't see an immediate change, but I promise you it will be there. As dark as this is, we're going to have to do itty-bitty steps, because there will only be a limit to how dark we can actually get it. And I'm probably definitely going to need a little bit more. Now before you go sticking your brush back in the jar, go ahead and wipe it off. Otherwise you'll contaminate your black, and every time you go to try to mix another color, you will be seeing that color in the color that you mix. So be careful with that. Okay, so this is looking like a pretty good level 1. Mixed up really, really well. You do want to be kind of scared of it for your first level 1 mixture. You don't want to go overboard. Even I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, I can kind of see part of it. I didn't mix up all of it everywhere. Okay. So now everywhere, look at, I'm stuck. Everywhere where I have C plus 1B is going to be this first mixture. Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head where everything goes. I know I've got one right here. I grabbed the skinny brush this time. A small thin brush like this is called a liner brush. It's for making really thin lines and tracing around edges. And again, when you guys are painting, make sure that while you're painting, you've got plenty of paint on the very end of your brush so that you create a nice, smooth line. If you're trying to paint without any paint on the end of your brush, you're going to have fuzzy, yucky lines. We don't like fuzzy lines. We like smooth, clean, crisp edges. See, fuzzy. No good. Need more paint. More paint. There we go. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. There we go. I'm going to paint my other area that has my C plus 1, which is this over here. And I know up here as well. Remember, this is my shade. Shade is shady. That's where you mix black into a color. Black will always be the darkest color that you can mix in, so we will always mix it into our color. We always mix our darker color into our lighter color. Don't do that backwards or you'll spend months trying to get your color to change. There we go. Now I gotta run up here to this top corner. Woohoo! About dropped my palette on the floor. No good. That would have been a heck of a mess. That'd be the second great big mess that I've made today. See, I have a hard enough time cleaning up after myself. I don't need to help have cleaning up after you guys. It's terrible. Genuinely terrible. Easy does it. small skinny brush doesn't do a very good job of painting quickly, but at least it does it neatly. Whoops. I say as I goof it up. Easy, nice and smooth. There we go. There we go. I think I can be happy with that. I think. Okay. So now for our second shade. Color Plus 2B. Go ahead and get yourself a pretty decent sized amount. Remember to wipe off your paintbrush before you shove it back in the black. Oh, it's sunk. There we go. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, I'm going to want more than that. I definitely want to see an obvious change here. Then your level 3 will be almost totally black. Almost. Be bold. There we go. That's looking pretty snazzy. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Can I see an immediate difference? I think so. Now this, if I remember correctly, is going to go over here. No, I missed a spot. Oh, drat. Still, I saved a little bit of my other color, so I'll be okay. My +1 went over here. Say even I make mistakes. That happens quite frequently. I don't need to remind you guys of that. Smoothing that out right there. Want to get a nice even looking coverage. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, now it's time for Color Plus 3 black. And it's time to go for it. No puny contrast around here. We're gonna just go for it. And I'm gonna get more here in just a second. Gonna get even more. 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 Should be almost black. Should be black tainted with color. More. Yes. There we go. Methinks maybe me can see decent amount of contrast here. Ooh. Ah. What was this over here? What was this? Oh, that's that area, Color Plus 1. Okay. Don't mind me thinking to myself. And then you're going to paint everywhere where it says Color Plus 3 black. So as you can see, this is a very methodical process. There shouldn't be a whole lot of jumping around back and forth. Now that that's dry, I'm not seeing as much of a contrast there. That's kind of disappointing. It looked really good until it dried. Aw, it's a shame. You. What are you? What are you? Okay, that's my Color Plus 3. There we go. Nice. Here in just a minute, I'm going to do the tone. Now, tone, if you remember correctly, is gray plus our color. And it is the last thing that we do because we have a nice, happy little cheat type method for creating that without actually having to make a gray. We've mixed our shade and we've mixed our tint. Tint is a combination of color plus white, and shade is a combination of color plus black. So what happens when we mix white and black? We get a gray. So if we were to take our tint and our shade and mix them together, we would get our color plus gray. So that's all we have to do with that. I am going to, since I, made a mess there. Since I know for a fact that I'm going to need to go ahead and repair a few things that I did, I'm just going to go ahead and mix this tone in a different spot over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take part of my tint, part of my shade, mix the two together. This is why it is the last thing that you do. Ooh, nice, pretty color. Very pretty. This right here is my tone. So now I'm going to paint everywhere where it says the letter T. No white spots. And that's all there is to the tone. Yeah, these are definitely too close in value. I'm definitely going to have to go back and repair that. So that's going to be it for tints, tones, and shades. Good luck, everybody. And I'll see you when we get back from Thanksgiving break.